And I look forward to hearing what comes out of it and what we might do to better protect the safety and health of the students. With regard to book banning, I would just say to the student, I appreciate all of your comments, just that there isn't a plan for mass removal of books in the district. So if perhaps you gleaned that from hearing maybe public comments or things online, that isn't something that this district is discussing. We have no interest in the mass removal of books. So that's not happening. And Kian brought that up. The public record request item, we provide as a matter of law all the records that we have in our care. We work with our attorneys to do so. And I've said that before. I'll continue to reiterate that. For the item of the Orange County Board meeting, I'll go back and watch it again, but I don't, because I did watch President Anderson. I don't remember her mentioning pronouns at all. So I just want to correct the record. I think, we talk about character and facts and things like that. I'll go back and look at it, but I don't remember her commenting on pronouns. I also think that it concerns me when we misrepresent things. I would hope it's not intentionally misrepresenting, because there's another word for that. But the emails confirm or prove that no students, there's no proof that students were put on a support plan because of those emails. They proved nothing with regard to that. They do demonstrate that there were intentions of staff that alarmed the board, and that's why President Bartow, I think her quote was mentioned also, and other trustees said we've got to look into this. We have a third-party team investigating the participation of our staff. That's what those emails show. To suggest they prove that X amount of students are on support plans without parental consent is not accurate. We have looked into it. We have found no students on support plans in this district, zero, without the involvement and consent of parents. And if you know of a parent that knows otherwise, please bring it to our attention. We'll investigate that immediately, as we've done every time these things have been brought to our attention. But to continue to point back to those emails as the proof, to me is beyond a misrepresentation there. We talked about the district just allowing things to happen. We also had attorneys at the last board meeting that talked about the rights that students have in California with regard to these support plans. And it's pretty clear in law. If there are issues with that, then that is certainly a state issue. I think, as someone mentioned, kind of one of the last statements, that Orange County said you should go advocate for these things at the local school district level relative to assembly bills and Senate bills. I would say that that's not in the jurisdiction of this board. They don't get to vote on any one of the assembly bills or Senate bills. And we've talked about that here at this dais before. There is a place to advocate for that. And just to clarify, this isn't that place. And AB 1266 and other protections provided by the state weren't given by this board. But the supports that we provide, and here's the good news for those people that really care about the facts, as we've done these investigations, is that all of them have been done with the involvement and consent of parents. The Wilson Library issue, again, keeps coming up, and I'll say it again. The Destiny system has been live for parents and students in this district all year. So this notion of parents being locked out, Destiny has been live. They can look at that. Also, there are board policies in the district. They're published, where if a parent wants to challenge instructional materials or content, there's a process for them to do that. And so that's access that parents have, not only to review the content, but to say, I take issue with it, and I want to address this. So those things are already in play, and we work through them. And then I've got to say, when we run for office, and I didn't run for office, but I certainly applied for this job, and I love serving the students in this district and working with these families to make this district the best. And as such, people can say whatever they want about us. I get that. But I think it's beyond unfortunate. I think someone used the word gross. I think it's gross that we intentionally misrepresent the character of people on this team that are protected against defamation claims, to take a several second snippet of Carrie Torres and misrepresent that without the context, that's, to me, gross. To only mention the one article about Socorro Shields and not the second and third articles and the investigation that was conducted in that county that exonerated her and said it was the school board that was doing illegal things. And she called them out, had the courage to do what so many of you would say leaders need to do, hold electeds accountable. She did that. And we continue to make these comments months and months into this. To me, that's gross, right? We can do better than that in this community.
Thank you. Next, we have community input on agendized items. Trustee Wiggett.
Thank you. This is an opportunity for the public to address the board regarding items regarding items on the regular meeting agenda. Comments on agenda items are limited to 3 minutes per comment, up to 20 minutes per topic. A speaker may not relinquish his